Hello you guys, I am trying to record this video. I'm in another place in the house now. I recorded it, thought I was recording it this morning. Found out when I was trying to load the different clips, the first clip, which is the one I'm trying to record again this evening. Yeah, I only took a picture of myself. So, and I'm going to tell you, first of all, let me retract. Hi everyone, welcome to the Brown Sugar Journey with Brown Sugar show. This is Brown Sugar, aka Shay. I'm glad to have you here. Today is a special day. However, my phone is acting crazy and my tripod is acting crazy. And I recorded again just a while ago, and in the other part of the house, and the phone just dropped off the tripod, just like bam, right when I was giving my stats. So I'm going to try to get through this fairly quickly because I'm short-winded today. Today is June the 11th, 2016. Y'all, I have braids in my hair. My my mother's neighbor, parents' neighbor, came in braiding my hair on yesterday, and to keep me from having to do anything to it. If my skin looks flushed, it is. The lighting is bad, but it is flushed because it's hot in here to me. So, yeah. I'm going to try to get through this really quickly, though, you guys. It is June the 11th, 2017. I have vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I think that's right. I'm probably saying that wrong. But it's VSG surgery, and I had it on 8/3/2017 with Dr. Rashta Major of Emory. I had my surgery was performed at West Medical Georgia Hospital in LaGrange. Now, I'm going to get into my stats because that's what this 1 week surgery is all about, of course. Everybody's on the edge. Drum roll, please. I would do some, that was a horrible drum roll, but you guys, maybe I can insert one into this clip if I feel like it. My highest weight, and I'm thirsty. Hold on. Okay, now that I've gotten me a little water. Oh goodness, you guys, I don't know if you can hear that thunder, but it's about to rain again here in Georgia. My highest weight, first of all, I'm going to say that I'm 5'1", and I think that's important to say because a lot of times when I looked at videos, YouTube videos, or just going through Instagram or other VSG support groups, a lot of people say their weight, but they don't include their height. And then, you're trying to visualize what height they are, because if you're 5'1" and weigh 278 and you're 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", and weigh 278, there's a total difference. So I am 5'1", and my highest weight, and that was right before pre-op, was 278 pounds. My weight the day of surgery was 262 pounds. I actually wrote notes today, y'all. Which that made a weight loss of 16 pounds from my 10-day full liquid diet. So my highest weight was 278 when I started my liquid diet, and I started my liquid diet on 7/24/2017. And I lost 16 pounds from that. I got down to 262. The day of surgery, I was 262. Now, my current weight, and 7 days post-op, I am down to 247 pounds, you guys. 247 pounds. 16 of those I did with my regular stomach, okay? So that means I'm down 15 pounds since surgery. So in 7 days, I've lost 15 pounds post-op. And I'm down a total of 31 pounds since my pre-op diet, which was 2 weeks and 3 days ago. So in 2 weeks and 3 days, I am down 31. It's actually 0.1 pounds, but I just took off the little point. And that's less than a 3-week period. I am excited. That is very, very good. So I'm elated where this journey is taking me. However, I do not see it. I mean, my nephew weighs 30 pounds, and he's a heavy guy. 30 pounds is a lot of weight. If you try to pick it up. So I'm going to tell you how I do know that it's gone, because my nightgowns that I have on, they're normally, which I haven't been able to wear any clothes yet. Not because I probably can't, it's because just of my wounds, but they are normally filled out, and they are like they're big. They're big. So, and I think I've lost some in my face and a lot in my derriere. A lot of those, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm scared of thunder and lightning. Yes, I am at the age of 41. Yeah, a lot of that is missing from my derriere, and I tried this clip. This is like my third time doing this clip, so if I repeat myself, I had 2 other clips that was done after this. This first clip got deleted. I've done it like 3 times. So there's going to be, my editing is probably not going to be good. So it's going to be some repeats. But I am so excited, you guys. But like I said, I do not see it per se right now. And that's not discouraging because I know it's gone. I know it's gone, and I know that it takes a while to see that. I'm saying that I can't see it, but I guess if my clothes are big, then I am seeing it, but I just don't see it. But that's the thing of weighing a lot. I was laughing with my brother. I'm like, when you lose 30 pounds and you can't see it, you weigh too much. So, however, my parents and everything says that they see it. When I look at my face shots compared to my face shots pre-surgery, and I'm so flushed right now, y'all, because it's hot in here. I must say that, I can see a little bit there right now. Still, face is still big, still got a ways to go, but, we're working on that. I'm steady every day. I'm going down. Yes, every day I do look at the scale. I know it may not be healthy for some, but for me, it doesn't bother me. I've been down this road before, but not through surgery. Years ago, I went down this road with Finnerman. So, yeah, I'm one of those scale persons, but I like to watch because I like to see what's working for me and what's not. And I like to see where there's water weight gain and where there's, so in that sense, it doesn't bother me if I see a stall. What I do, I try to catch that stall, and instead of waiting like a week or 2 weeks to try to, work on it or see what's working or see what's not, I try to do something to help that stall if I can. If not, then hey, it's a stall. It's gonna happen. You guys, I apologize for this bad transition. This is where my earlier clip had got messed up, so I got these clips all collaborated together. That back a little bit. Okay, so yes, I am excited. Like I said, I cannot see it. I can kind of see it in my facial area, not with this hairdo. But when I had my hair up with my puffs, I can look at my pictures from where I went to the hospital, put my chin up in the position that I had in the hospital, and see that, some of this face has gone away. And usually, with my weight loss, my face is like normally kind of the first thing to go. My face and my butt. Now, I noticed in my butt, my derriere has lost its way. I got to get that back. She has to be found. Why is it always the wrong things that disappear first? Well, I want my face to go, but, she was the first to go, and I think that's where I lost most of that 30 pounds. It's probably like 27 pounds derriere, and 3 pounds in the face. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I am not supposed to be drinking that like that. It's fast. I'm gonna put that up. I was just holding it in my mouth. I have to try to remember. All right, sleeve. Okay, now, if you all hear me refer to Cherry, I am speaking of my sleeve. Her name is Cherry. My niece named her. I just can't call her stomach because she does not act like a stomach. Not the stomach I had. Okay, now, let's go. I'm going to talk about a couple of things. Since I was on my stats and I was talking about weight, I'm going to talk about weight gain after surgery. Yes, I said weight gain after surgery. And when I was doing my rounds of listening to YouTube and watching YouTube, I never heard anyone mention, except for just like one of my sleep sisters the other day, me and her talking about it, and she mentioned in her video as well about weight gain after surgery. I got on a scale just because my curiosity is just like that. Probably about 2 days after, well, that maybe the same day after I got home. Maybe no, it wasn't the same day. I was in too much pain. They let me go from the hospital a day early because I already know it was because they were overcrowded, and that was just a mess within itself. But yes, weight gain after surgery. Do not try to get on that scale if you're weak and emotional. And hopefully now that I'm talking to you that you'll understand, so that if you do get on there, if you want to just get on there out of curiosity to like document, how much fluids can influence your weight. It's amazing. In the hospital, I was on a full liquid diet the day of surgery. So I know I hadn't done anything different. So when I weighed myself after coming home, maybe a day after I came home, I noticed that I was above what I was before I had surgery. And I mean like 10 pounds, like a 10-pound difference. Because, I lost 16 pounds in pre-op. So I was almost back to where I was before. Actually, I was at 270. And, my highest weight was 276. And I had lost 16 pounds. So I was up 10 of those pounds after surgery. And I'm like, okay, they removed the stomach. I lost 16 pounds. Before then, I've been on a liquid diet. A clear liquid diet where I couldn't have anything but water and stuff. And, I'm sorry for the pause, y'all, my breath. So, I knew I hadn't done anything wrong. So, I Googled to try to see what was going on, because that's what I do. I run to Google when I first experience something. And I was reading where some people had, that going on. I had some people that had lost weight, but the amount of fluids that I had to be given, my IV, given that I do hold a lot of water weight. I do hold weight if I have salt in there, and I do hold water weight. That is where that weight came from those IV fluids. And even though it was like only 2 days worth, it was a lot of water retention for me, and it took me about 4 days maybe before I started seeing that scale drop down. And and then it started dropping, and when it dropped, it really started dropping. So I'm like, okay, wow, that was some serious water weight. Right now I am still on a full liquid diet, which was like the diet that I was on prior to surgery. The only thing different is that I can have yogurt now, which Cherry doesn't like yogurt or the smell of the yogurt, so there goes that. Or the kind, or at least the kind that, you know, I'm able to have. Let's see. I want to talk about the emotional thing, but this is the emotional part of this. I'm going to branch off and do another YouTube video about it because I feel like it's important for those who are thinking about the surgery. And I'm going to give it its own little agenda because I think it's very, 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 very important. But I did have, or almost have, had an emotional breakdown the next day that I came home from surgery. Being at my parents' at recovery, and I'm still here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm rubbing on my war wounds. It was hard that day. It was very hard that day, and between then and now, I've had maybe one time where, I mean, I'm acting like a crackhead here, and I'll explain that later. But yeah, I almost had an emotional breakdown, and I had been on anxiety medicines before my surgery. After surgery, I hadn't taken the anxiety medicine, and I was okay. But that day was one of those days where it's like, this might be a good day to take your anxiety medicine. I had questions of why, what have I done, and I will say this: it's very important that when you come home. See, I came home early for one, really 2 days early because they had extended my time to that Sunday. And it's very important that you have things prepared when you come home. You know, as far as food, your food prepped and everything already for that. Have someone, if you're going to do it, you need to do it before you go into the hospital. If someone's going to be doing it while you're gone, they need to have that ready for you. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, make sure you have someone that's going to have that prep for you while you're in the hospital, so that when you do come home, that everything is set up in the small containers that they need to be in and ready for you, as they would at the hospital. You're going, if you're like I was, you're going to be in pain. You're going to need medicine every 4 hours. I had my parents have a friend that is a nurse. She came by here and told me that, you know, even try to prepare before 4 hours, like right at before 4 hours, like 15 minutes early to prevent the pain from even coming. My pain level was very high. I mentioned this in the last video where I showed clips of my surgery. On a scale of 1 to 10, I could rate it a 15. After surgery, I don't even remember coming out of recovery. Only thing I remember is being in my room. And that's odd because normally I remember being in recovery and breathing and breathing and breathing. But this surgery, I did not. Only thing I remember was being in my room looking for my family. They weren't there. The hospital said they tried to contact them and said that they were out eating probably. And my family, you know, my parents, my mother was there too, but my family were there the whole time, and I had to wait like 35, 40 minutes. And the only reason I got my parents in there, my family in there, was because I called my dad, who was still here at the house, who hadn't gotten up to the hospital yet. The hospital was like an hour away. And I called him, and I was, you know, because I didn't have my phone with me. And I was in pain, and I was crying and asking, could he call my family to get up here so that maybe I can get something for pain, because that's how crowded they were, and that's why I rated that hospital a 4. Um, yeah, the surgery, before I even went into surgery, they already told me that the surgery was going to last 2 hours. Mine lasted over 2 hours because the doctor said when he discharged me, that it was a tough surgery. He did not go into details. He said it was a tough surgery, but he was satisfied with the results of my sleeve size and everything. So when I go in on the 16th, which is my next visit, on the 16th, so that's next Wednesday, I will report to you guys, because I'm curious as to what happened in that surgery room. They were supposed to take a picture of my stomach, my old stomach, and they were excited about doing that. But when I came out, and like that evening, when I started asking questions about my stomach, the nurses was like, "I'm gonna go in your charts," and every time somebody would leave away to go to look at my charts for my stomach, like nobody ever came back, and that happened a couple of times, and then finally, I asked the doctor when he discharged me, did they have a picture of my old belly, and he told me no, so I was not happy about that, but hey, there was nothing I could do about it. It was gone then. My theory was that they had such a hard time that they just probably ripped that sucker up. That's sad, but yeah. But I'm really interested into what they had. I know I've had a lot of surgeries prior, and although I'm not 300, or I wasn't 300 plus pounds, I'm still on a 5'1" frame. I've had a lot of surgeries prior to my abdominal. As a matter of fact, instead of having the normal 4 to 5 incisions that they normally make, I had to have 8. I had to have 8 incisions, and granted, you have to realize that I already had some. So some of them, they used the old ones that I had, but I still have 6 additional from my old ones. So I'm just like, my stomach is just like everywhere. I'm like war wounds everywhere, I think my incisions are healing well. Not really sure. They're starting to itch a little, so I know that's a sign of healing on the outside. My doctor still has not cleared me to drive. Can't do anything but walking. As a matter of fact, I can't even start an exercise regimen for a month. Out. So he has to clear me for that a month out. Let's see. I am still unable to wear. I walk around in my nightgowns, and because I'm still unable to wear like clothing and feel comfortable. The bloating, the gas, you guys. Some people say they don't have gas. Lucky you. But for you all, if you want to prepare yourself for the worst, let me go ahead and give you the real. The gas is real. The gas is real, and if you want to have yourself ready for the pain is real. When the two come together, it's hell. So, to prevent that horribleness, make sure that you are on top of it with your doctors and your nurses about your pain. Even if you have a high tolerance for pain like I do, go ahead and tell them you need your pain medication, even if you don't like to take pain medications, because I'm that type. But if you wait and that pain gets really bad, it's like the nurses said, it's hard to stop. It's like a bad toothache if you've ever had one. Once it gets started, you can take all the medicine you want until that thing is out of there, or they get some antibiotics in that thing. It's not going to stop. So prepare yourself for the worst, hope for the best, but you cannot go by everybody's story. I watch so many videos, but there is nothing that can compare you for your own story. It can help you. It can give you tools, especially if you use the worst case scenario. That's the best advice I could give someone. Um, let's see. Yeah, so clothing. I'm still wearing like, no, I probably if I wore a dress, I'm sure. But my wounds, since I have 8 of them, and they blow your belly up really really big, and so that bloating is there. My bloating is going down a lot. But that bloating is like all the way up until like day 4 post op. Actually, day 4 my bloating was really really bad, because I remember talking to one of my sleep sisters about it, and they were saying about the same thing. So be prepared for a lot of bloating and a lot of gas that is ridiculous. And I walked. As a matter of fact, my nurses said that they wish every patient was like me. I was in that hallway, regardless of my pain. I was in that hallway 2 o'clock in the morning, up, walking those halls, trying to get that gas to move. Sometimes it would move, but it would still be in my stomach, but it would go in my shoulders. That was the worst. You can say gas X, but gas X, it's like a different, it's like where this air gets in these pockets. So they're like deeply rooted in these pockets. Gas X wasn't ready. Normally gas X works really well for me. Gas X helps. Like what I would do is before bedtime, take that gas X, because when you wake up in the morning, that gas is coming with a vengeance. So if you got gas X, take that in the morning. I mean at night, because in the morning at night that gas is working, kind of like pain, like when you get stiff when you haven't been moving around a lot. Yeah. So the gas is real, y'all. But I've never in my life wanted to fart so bad. Now I talk about fart so like it's nothing now. Usually I'd be like, oh no, I poop sparkles. No, I wanted to fart. I wanted to let one rip, and I told the lady in the hospital, like, I just want to let one or two. I want to rip 1 or 2 big ones, and that's what I felt like I needed to do. I mean, I was burping, and that was all good, but when it was coming out this end, it just did not feel good. I mean, it didn't feel better. I felt like it needed to come out that other end, and I wanted to just blow the hospital up with them bombs, but I could not. I could not pass gas for anything in the world. And the thing was that they told me that I had to pass gas before I left the hospital. That didn't happen. Did not happen. I can't remember I do remember when I passed gas. I don't even know if it was really a pass. We're going to call this a fart, because that's what I wanted it to be, a fart. And I grew up having to say pass gas. But I feel like that's like a little dainty something. No, when you have this surgery, you want to fart. Forget passing a gas. You want to really like let one rip. Seriously, y'all, I'm not I'm joking, but I'm not joking. Yeah. I'm looking at my notes. I'm sorry. Constipation. Since we're on the subject of farting, bowels. Constipation. That is another problem. I think that kind of, before I left the hospital, I did not poop either. And I think I hadn't pooped the day before. And normally, like I normally poop like before pre-op, I would poop like at least 2 times a day. Sometimes 3 times a day, depending on what I ate, maybe 4 times a day. Since I had my gallbladder removed. But constipation became a problem. I'm sorry, I'm getting sleepy, y'all. And that's another thing I'm going to tell y'all about. Constipation was, a problem. They gave me some sorbitol the morning that I left the hospital. And the sorbitol is real sweet and thick. And It supposed to help you get things moving around there, is what she said. And she just told me to like drink it over a period of time, and drink some water and blah blah blah. So by the time I got home, I'm still waiting, and like, my stomach was feeling like awful. And I did not, I didn't feel like I was ready to be discharged. I really was not ready to be discharged, y'all. If a hospital is trying to get you out of there too fast and you don't feel ready, make sure you speak up for yourself and let them know that you don't feel ready, even if it may cost a little more for insurance. But they let me go early, like I said, and you need to really be ready. Even though you already should have prepared yourself emotionally and mentally, and if you're going, especially if you're having pains and stuff. But because I was keeping my liquids and stuff down, was thank you God for that. They were like, well, we're gonna go ahead and let you go. Even though you're in pain and having to take pain through your IV. I had never taken my regular medication, pill form, or anything. So I wanted them to try it out because I didn't feel comfortable. And I want to know what this new medication is going to do for me, if it's going to actually relieve my pain. I don't want to go home because I don't live in this town. Go home and, have to deal with that. I knew how hard it was going to be to get in liquids. I didn't want to go home and end up getting dehydrated, which my doctor he kept voicing, about being careful about getting dehydrated, because that's when most patients come back because of dehydration from not drinking enough. I didn't want to end up back in the hospital. I wanted to get it right before I left the hospital, and so that was one of my biggest things, and I didn't feel comfortable with how I felt. I didn't feel comfortable because I was having to take my pain medications like every 4 hours, and it was like clockwork. That pain was coming. So if you're at a hospital, express yourself. Don't be afraid to express how you feel. Don't be express your pains, and because that's your body. And no one can express how you're feeling inside. And it's important that you know that you're ready to make that next step. Let's see. Let's talk about hunger. A lot of people, I watch so many videos and like, cool, I'm not going to have no hunger. After the surgery, no hunger. Yeah. No. I have had some hunger. Now, what satisfied the hunger is definitely different from what satisfied the hunger before the surgery. But I think that came from waiting too long to eat and or drink or whatever. Well, not drink, but eat like my soups, because that is the thing that kind of rids my hunger. But like the day, first day post-op, no. Second day post-op, I don't know. I think maybe I did have a little hunger second day post-op. No, third day post-op is when I think I experienced hunger. Third or fourth day. So don't be alarmed if you experience a little hunger. It's not the same as the other hunger. You might say, oh gosh, I'm hungry, and you might, and what I have here is my little soup this morning that what I was supposed to be eating this morning for breakfast. And it's lunchtime now. It's my cream of broccoli was so good, but what I do, I take this thing, and it's 4 ounces. It's supposed to be 4 ounces, but I don't get it all the way up to 4 ounce part. And I put half of it of that cream soup and half of it water. So yeah, I got a bounce here, and so it's just like a milky state. You can hear it. It's not like cream of anything soup. It's more like water of something soup. But this morning I wasn't able to. I was trying to eat half of this, but I didn't get down half of it because I think I had drunk too much this morning. It's becoming easier for me to get down. I just dropped my baby spoon. It's much easier for me to get down now today. Bigger portions of water without being in pain. So yeah, when you feel that feeling of hunger, just have a little, whatever is on your liquid diet, and that'll, a little bit of that'll satisfy it. Well, it did for me. Like I said, everybody's different. You may not even experience hunger 3 days, 4 days. You might need to experience hunger 3 months out of your surgery, you know. And like I said, if you wait too long for anything, you're supposed to experience hunger anyway, in my opinion. Your belly is just supposed to tell you, hey, I need to eat, because if not, then we're going to not be on track and get in the calories that we need to intake, which is already hard as a weight loss patient. I keep coming to you all in different settings, but yes, this is the same day. These clips are crazy, so I'm sorry. Let's talking about hunger and the stomach giving you warning. I'm still trying to understand my new belly. Me and Cherry are still bonding and trying to develop a relationship where I can kind of understand her, and I want her to try to understand me as well. So it's important that you listen to what's going on in there. Sometimes I feel like a pain. Sometimes it feels like, whenever I feel like, it's not even like a harsh pain, but it's harsh enough to, hey, stop what you're doing. So I'm not sure if that's her saying I'm full, or if that's her saying, wait, you're taking in too many gulps, or you need to slow down, you know, or wait a little longer before you put any more in me, because I can like have one sip of something, and I know good and well one sip of something is not supposed to make me full. So I'm still trying to understand when she's saying I'm full versus just kind of slow it down with me. But however, whenever I feel something, there are 2 different feelings I get. There's one feeling where it's kind of like, not like I want to throw up, but as if inside my stomach, whatever I just put in wants to push itself out. And then there's a feeling of like a pain. And I think that pushing itself out type thing is kind of me. I think that's my belly saying I'm full, I guess. I don't know. You know, but I'm going to figure it out. Either way, I just stop. I stop in my tracks. I wait a little while, and then if I still feel like that hunger feeling is there, I'll put some more, and I'll leave it about 5 minutes and see what happens then. So either way, listen. Please listen to your belly. Let's see. Cravings. Y'all. It's so funny because I talked to my sleep sister that was sleeping the same day I was, and she was like, one day I put a goldfish, y'all know the goldfish cracker, in my mouth and just let it melt there. Y'all, it's like, I've been wanting a loaded baked potato with extra sour cream and cheese and broccoli on top for the last couple of days. So some people don't experience cravings. I don't know if mine is craving or just want it because I can't have it. And I already know that even if I had it, I would only eat just a tad bit of it. And even if it was like blended up in a puree state potato or something, it's just like I just want it. There's nothing else I can say, but I know I can't have it, so, you know, hey. I do have, my mom did make some chili to go on a hot dog, and I have this confection. She had some chili go on a hot dog, so my sister-in-law's here, who's a PA, and she's like, well, and I wanted my mom to try to make some chili enough, so my mom has the best chili for hot dogs, and I knew I could eat the hot dog. Of course, the hot dog looks so good. And it's like I torture myself. I'm like, and they're torturing me too. So I'm like, I might as well torture myself as well. So like one day my daughter had some buffalo wings, and I just told her I wanted to look at them. She's like, really? No, I'm not gonna let you do that. But and then my mom left just a little piece of her hot dog off left, and she didn't cover it up because my nephew stalled her some type of way, and it was just sitting there, and I just kept looking at her like, I wish I could just stuff this hot dog in my mouth, chew it up, and just spit it out. That's you guys, I'm telling you, the things that go on in this head. Mental mastery, guys, mental mastery. But I would not dare try to take a piece of that hot dog, chew it up. I don't care if it's applesauce consistency, and swallow it, because I'm not that bold, and I've seen where people have been on and they try those things, and I'm not trying to get anything lodged in the Cherry, and Cherry is already crazy, and I'm not trying to have her act any more crazy than she is, and I'm on this journey for a reason, and I know that. Now, I'll tell you another story. My mom had some pickles to go with those same hot dogs, the little sliced pickles, and I was telling y'all about the chili. So my mom had a lot. They're vegetarian, so any meat in the chili is not even real meat. But there was a lot of it in there, and I wanted her to try to make me some chili where I can just have some juice, just the juice of it. But she makes the chili so bomb that it ain't even no juice that could go over because she don't want the hot dogs drenched in juice or whatever. But so my sister-in-law was like, why don't you could just put a little teaspoon on your hand, put a little spoonful in, and sip out that spoonful, and like just let it marinate. So I followed that brilliant idea, and my dad saw me put it in my mouth, and I was just letting it marinate and spitting out the meat pieces. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's crazy, some things that you're trying to get some flavor when you're on this liquid diet. So my dad saw me, he threw the spoonful away because he said that it was too spicy for me. He was not letting me self-destruct. He was not going to be up all night with me with the tummy ache. So, yeah. But one day while they were asleep, speaking of those same hot dogs, they had some pickles, the sliced pickles, and I'm like, oh gosh, I would love to just be able to lick a pickle. And this was just the other night, and I got the pickle and I sliced, because they're like seeds in the sliced pickles. So I got the pickle and I like sliced the seed part off of there, and I just licked the pickle like it was an ice cream or something, like it was an ice cream cone. I did about 3 licks and then I threw it in the trash can. I'm sorry, but it's like I'm a crackhead that's not on crack. Oh, me. Yeah, so me and one of my sleep sisters, we like laughing about each other. Yeah, it's crazy, some of the things that go on behind those closed doors. I told you I would tell it all, so I'm telling it all. So yeah, I still have little cravings, I guess you can call them, or just the stuff that I want, that I know I can't have. And I don't even want a lot of it, just that pickle, I'm like, oh, enough. I'm gonna put this down and go in here and bear the tummy ache and go to sleep. And I did have a little tummy ache. Yeah, crazy. Changing taste. I'm gonna hit on that a little bit. The things that I liked before, y'all remember me on one of my videos, I was talking about how delish that sugarless cheesecake, and I made like a lemon cheesecake pudding, and how delicious it was, and the banana pudding, how delicious it was. No, Cherry does not like either one of those. My taste has changed, and I had bought like a buku of that cheesecake pudding. So yeah. So I would suggest whatever you buy pre-op for that liquid pre-op diet, don't go crazy. Buy that same thing for your liquid post-op, because those taste buds may change like mine. But then I have a difficult body. It's crazy. So, but I would suggest, like I said, I always use the worst case scenario. So you don't want to waste a lot of money on these things, and if you're not going to be able to use it. I do plan to do a giveaway if I can ever get to 50 subscribers. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all watching? If people don't like free stuff these days. All right, now let me get through this so that I can finish up this video, because I've had all kind of clips that look like all different days, because I got a rag on my head this minute, and the other minute I was in the other room, and yeah. I'm going to end up with this. A lot of body shots. Please take a lot of body shots before you have your surgery. I don't have a lot of body shots, and even though I know I talked about it, I have some body shots that I took in just like a sports bra and like my boy shorts. But in your regular clothing, your everyday clothing, take a lot of body shots. I'm regretting that I did not. So take those, even if you're not planning to use them until after. You can, when you do your before and afters, do that, please. Very, 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 very important. Now, I'm going to end on this note. This surgery is life-changing. It takes a lot from you here. And if you're not ready here, you won't be prepared for this surgery. And when I say that, I say that to say this. Any negativity, y'all, I'm sorry, I can't do this right anymore. Y'all know I'm ADD. I am. Everything just kind of, but any type of distractions, any type of negativity, if you have those things or those people in your life, get rid of them. That is the one thing you do not need around you, especially during this recovery phase. It is not. I cannot say that enough, because it will impact you, and it will not be in a good impact. And this needs to be a part where you really need to be focused on healing, your body healing, focusing on yourself. And if you have that negativity around you, or if you have stress around you, it will get to you. And you'll find yourself just not feeling good, emotionally or physically. So this is the time, this post-op time, and I would even say the pre-op time, the liquid diet, the same thing. Use that time to already start getting rid of everything. And as I said before in another video, when I got rid of that stomach, when Sherry became my new person, my new stomach, it's my point to have already gotten rid of everything that was negative in my life, or that would cause any type of negativity. It was the new start. So I was using that. Getting rid of that stomach is getting rid of all, and just along with that, dump all that other trash, garbage, problems, dump it with that stomach. So it's very, very important that you stay on a positive note, because it's hard. The post-ops first stage is hard, especially if you're like me and you're having to do 2 weeks more of a liquid diet. Some people have the pleasure of just being able to do just 1 week and go to soft foods, but it's hard. And so be around people that are positive. Be around people that are saying good things, and have a positive environment, because that means so much in your recovery. That is all I'm going to say for today. Some of those things, like the emotional part, I want to do a segment on that just by itself, as well as, I forgot something else, but yes, this short video has turned into over probably, like, I think it's like 40 minutes long now. Y'all know I don't do anything short. I'm trying to do better with my clips. My wind is feeling better, obviously, but I've taken different, taking breaks in between my talking, as you can see, because it seems like a different day and different clips. But I hope I was able to enlighten you all on some of the things. Happy 1 week surgiversary to me. 31.1 pounds down, and counting. So I look forward to having you all continue to join me on this journey and watch me transform and come out of this cocoon and just blossom into this beautiful, sexy butterfly. You all have a very, very good day. Remember to laugh, live, love, and lose.